Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
I mean, how can you not like that song? But I can't speak for you, Kirby. I know Joe and I love that song.
Yes.
Like, I love that song.
That's a great song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah,
Sebastian
absolutely.
Bach in town, I believe. Is it this week or next week? He's doing his solo thing, though, now, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sad sometimes when you see a band still on their own and the lead singer on his own.
Yeah.
That they couldn't make things work out. But
Completely sad, especially with a band like Skid Row. I want to see that band in its entirety. I've never seen them in their entirety. It's crazy to say that, but I've seen Skid Row with whoever their lead singer is now. Years ago in Lloydminster at a club. Crazy. It was still cool to see all the songs, but it's Sebastian Bach's he's a different dude, but he's a larger than life personality. I'd like to see him on stage.
didn't you come close, Kirby? In Minnedosa, I don't remember if it was him or the band that just bailed. They couldn't make it. Was it this year or last year?
I think it was last year. I remember
Rockin'
that.
the Fields.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They
Okay.
did not. So he's on his own this week sometime in town.
Okay.
Not a big venue either.
No.
That he's playing at. But I'll tell you, he's going to play all his hits from Skid Row, I'm guessing.
You better believe it.
Yeah. What a voice, though.
Yep. So let's just set up the next few days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're heading into a Thanksgiving long weekend, which is amazing. By the way, Lisa checks in on the bone phone here in less than 10 minutes. Haven't heard from her in a bit.
I'm
She's
grateful
fired up.
for that.
Yeah, she's fired up about Thanksgiving and Halloween, just so you know.
Well, you know it's Thanksgiving because I went to the grocery store yesterday and they got all the displays set up with the stuffing and the cranberry sauce
hams.
and the turkeys and the
turkeys,
hams.
The turkeys, there's hams. Like, they bring in the extra pallets of ham this
Yeah.
week.
Man.
Yeah, I also know it's Halloween because that candy's out, too, at the grocery stores. And I got to tell you, my wife, I don't know why she did this, but...
Did she drop the ball on the picking up of the
No,
candy?
actually, she didn't drop the ball. She picked up more than one ball. So what happened was, I told you a couple of weeks ago, Kirby's off the hook from getting me the full-size chocolate bars because my wife found a deal. So she got those. But she brought home the 100-pack assorted. The small, the minis,
Oh,
the
yeah.
snack size they call them now. But let's be honest, snack size. You got to eat about 10 of them to call
They've
it a
gotten a
snack.
lot smaller. They've
They
gotten
have.
a lot smaller.
Yeah.
But that box has been opened in the house.
And you've made a dent in it?
Dent. The thing was filled to the top about 4 days ago. 4 days ago. It started on the weekend, Saturday. And now it's like there's about 2/3 of it left. And it wasn't just me. The kid downstairs opened the box. That was it. That's what broke it open. I was showing willpower.
This is what I tell myself when I go for my little Kit Kat box that I bought. I bought 40 of those mini Kit Kat bars,
and aren't
right?
they smaller?
They're very small, but when I go to the box, Joe, it doesn't count if you say trick or treat and then you reach in there and grab the
I got to
candy.
talk to the box, is
Yeah.
what she's telling me. But
Like
I will tell you
if you
this.
do the whole trick or treat thing, it doesn't count.
You need 2 of those, which is 2 little mini fingers to make a full finger.
For the Kit Kat.
Yeah.
So you can tell yourself that, too.
Yeah.
yeah, not actually.
Oh, that's what happened to this box. I can tell you that.
I've always thought you should give away large pizzas, though. We've talked about this before on the show. That would be the most Joe
Pre-made.
Aiello
Oh my
thing
gosh,
ever.
you would be like
or treat.
sold out.
Here's a large meat lover's pizza.
You know what?
Genoa. You got to tell the kid what's on it.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm gonna. No. You got to write it on the box, Phil. You know how you have it set up there, so you have the pizza set up. Okay, hey, pepperoni mushroom over here, pepperoni bacon cheese, vegetarian, and you know what's gonna happen? Like every staff meeting, I'm gonna have vegetarian pizzas left. It's the last one that
I
people
will come
want.
by for those vegetarian pizzas.
She'll take one of your 10 veggie pizzas.
yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Philly Joe Kirby
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Ever feel like no one's listening? We've got your back. Call the Bone phone, 780-BONE. Brought to you by Auto Gallery of Winnipeg.
Okay, yesterday there was a guy who said, "Hey, stop flashing your brights at me. This is just how my lights are."
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we get that sort of comment. We got some replies to that.
Yeah, this goes out to the guy with the really bright lights. Just because the government says it's right, does that mean it's right? They're too bloody bright, and nobody wants to see that shit at night because it's extremely annoying. Maybe we need to do a contest or a survey or something. Great. Have a great day.
A survey. That's what we need.
We love surveys in this city, so why not add another one?
Big N also wants to weigh in on the bright lights.
Morning, guys. Listening to both phone calls this morning here, and I think that young fellow there, or the, I don't know if he's young or not, but anyways, the fellow who's talking about his really bright headlights, I don't think he's was saying that it's a dick move, people flashing their brights at him. I think what he's saying is that when someone flashes his brights at him, he will flash his brights back to say, I'm on my dim. And it's the people who then proceed to retaliate and hammer theirs on again that he's talking about. I am pretty sure that's what he meant. I don't know, myself, I've got an old truck, lift truck, and all I have is dim. And so when I meet people with their brakes on, I just got to suck it up and take it. I can't flashlights at them or anything. And the other thing I want to say is, I think, Kirby, you're nuts not to go golfing with Gulity. I mean, I am playing hooky today. I got the afternoons off from bus driving, and I made up an excuse at work. I'm going golfing all day. If I had an opportunity to go golfing with that dude, man, I'd be there so quick. Have a great day, everyone. Rock on. Big N out.
Sounds like Big N's joining the foursome.
Sounds like he was in a submarine. I got to be honest. It was hard
Well, yeah, it was really hard to make out what he was saying, but I feel honored that
he wants in. He wants in with you and Gulity
to go golfing.
And that says something about Big N, because that man does not take too many days off, Kirby. So to take one off for you and Gulity as well, that's big.
We might be rounding out this foursome. We got Kirby, Gulity, Big N, and perhaps Sir Rodney here.
Hey, good morning, 92.1 listeners. Sir Rodney again. I have officially been knighted by Joello. That's pretty cool. I'd like to go golfing with Kirby and Gulity. I'd like to invite myself.
And Big N.
I can golf. I can drive, like there and with a driver. So I'm in. Take a time. Let's go.
Yeah.
This
is gaining steam.
This is the most confusing golf game I've ever been a part of, because I don't remember ever saying that I wanted to go golfing in the first place.
No, but yesterday you did commit.
Yeah.
You did commit, but you committed to something else yesterday.
I said that we could do it in like a virtual way.
Yes.
Like, you know, those golf simulators that a lot of places have?
That's right. Well,
yeah.
Here's the deal, though. And then you said you were going to go to somebody's birthday. Was it birthday you committed to?
What? Did I?
Yeah, you committed to something else yesterday. I can't
better
remember.
start writing down the commitments I make.
Somebody will remind us on the Boston Pizza text line. But here's the deal. So Gulity lives outside the city, but he works inside the city. Big N lives farther outside the city. So he'd have to come in too. We need to find out where Sir Rodney.
Yeah.
And then we can put the virtual, make it reality.
She said she better get invited to somebody's birthday
Yes,
party.
I thought
Whose
so.
was it? But whose was it?
That's right. I did say that I wanted an invite.
To somebody's birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's focus on the golf first.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
So remember now, 2 guys out of town. Sir Rodney, we're waiting on his location. And then you can put this together at a virtual golf place. And there's some great ones here in the city.
Oh, yeah. Do you think Lisa golfs? I doubt it.
It doesn't matter. I would still want her on.
Yeah, she's pumped up. She's pumped up about Thanksgiving.
When I think of Thanksgiving dinner, I think of my mom making the best turkey ever.
Yum.
I don't know how they do it. And she would use oxo or whatever it was. Best gravy and stovetop stuffing. And you walk in the house, it was like, it felt like the best food ever. And she would make the tortilla and banana cream pie.
Yeah.
So I just want to say happy Halloween or whatever. Don't steal all the turkeys.
What?
And gobble, gobble.
Do you remember it's Halloween time at the Christmas tree?
Oh, I bet you I can find that song. That's her song?
That was her song from last year.
Did you really ask that? Did you just ask?
'Tis the season for Lisa.
Well, she just combined Thanksgiving with Halloween this year. And here's the best part. How many
Gobble,
times
gobble.
have you walked up to a house, whether as a parent or as a child, and somebody's put a turkey leg in your Halloween bag, and you were disappointed?
Yeah. Hey,
Right?
right. We got you putting pizzas in Halloween bags.
That's a good idea,
I'll
though.
take turkey legs.
Or a cube of oxo, so you can make your own gravy.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Do not forget, tomorrow morning is the City 500, baby. Your chance to get Krispy Kreme donuts.
Rev your engines.
All right, Kirby. Nice.
I'm excited for the City 500, but not as excited as this guy over here who already indulged in some Krispy Kreme donuts this week.
Well, yeah, you can never indulge enough. I'll tell you, no one's ever walked out of that store with just one. Maybe one box, but not one.
No, I can't imagine.
I will say this. People are excited about you being excited because a few have said, don't forget that you're asking for gifts tomorrow as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
And
think
a
that
gift
it's
table.
always nice to set up a gift table.
Sure.
Not saying that you have to get me a gift, but
Mm-hmm.
it's there.
Why cloud the issue for a charity event tomorrow? But why not?
I don't know how that happened.
For Salome
Oh,
Mission.
we know how it happens.
Yes, Salome Mission is the real cause here, and that's who we're hoping to help out. Obviously, just in time as things get a little cooler outside, and help them stock the shelves.
Can Ed in on Regent.
Yeah,
That's where we'll be.
$15 a dozen, and that's going directly right to Silo Mission, every cent. So if you can drop by, that Canad Inn's Transcona location is perfect. You can pop in and pop out. The Give, Get, Go program is in full effect tomorrow.
You know what? We're calling it the City 500. It's a great cause, but to me, it should also be known as Donuts at the Workplace Day. Because if you're coming
Yep.
from that area, if you're anywhere in that area, you're, driving kids to school, going to work, whatever it happens to be, make sure you drop by there and pick up some Krispy Kreme donuts.
I'm not here to judge, but if there's just two of you in a work truck, and sometimes that's the way it goes, a dozen, that's pretty good.
Oh,
you
six.
can pound
No
six each in a
problem.
day.
No problem.
I have a feeling there's going to be a few workplaces that have FOMO tomorrow because they might miss out. So
there's no
designate
reason.
somebody
Yeah.
in the office to
Make
be that
sure.
person.
And who's not going to want to be the person to leave the work site or the office to drive there to pick up the donuts and boom, head back to the workplace? I'd milk it for an hour and a half drive.
It's a great errand.
Traffic.
And
It
you
was
could
such a
be-
backup for those donuts that took forever to get out of there.
You could be right on the tip of St. Boniface, too. It'll be a 10-minute drive, an hour and a half. You go back.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
I have to mention this birthday to a young 92.1 City listener by the name of Kaysen. Kaysen is 6 years old today, and that's from your grandparents, Tina and Mike, or who you call Papa and Nona. So, Kaysen, happy 6th birthday and welcome to 92.1
6
City.
years old. Hey, also, Kaysen or Grandma and Grandpa, Nona and
Nona and Papa.
Nona and Papa, let us know if there's a band he likes, because we'll get that on for him
Aw,
this
that's
morning. too.
adorable.
Yeah.
Speaking of bands that people like, Phil, I don't know if this was a coincidence, but this was announced yesterday, and yesterday happened to be your lovely wife Stacy's birthday, who she likes to keep hidden. Like, it wasn't on her Facebook page or anything, and now I
I bugged
know.
her about that. I'm like, why? Like, I could use the help every now and then on Facebook. Why,
Yeah.
why do you have your birthday hidden?
It's called a Facebook memory, and Phil needs to, know. So here's what happened. I
You
don't
just
know.
put the birthday in your calendar or in your phone. But I
very
mean,
true. Good
She
call,
was
Curbs.
99% of the time she's busy with hockey anyway. So I don't know if her birthday day was really the birthday day. You know what I mean?
that's why she should take the whole month.
Well, yeah, she
Yeah.
should. From Kirby would know. That's a good
I
way to go
encourage
about it.
everybody to take the whole month of their birthday.
Well, if there's one person who deserves it, let's be honest. Mother of two, full-time job, right? She's a leader and involved with sports and other programs as well. And let's be honest, married to Phil. That's a lot.
I thought that made her a mother of three.
That's a lot.
Basically.
Good math. But I read this and I thought of Stacy right away. Bon Jovi. Yesterday.
Yeah, that's like her guy.
Yeah. Yes.
What about, you know what? I'm getting tired of JBJ. I've already said I want to fight him.
No, this is good.
That's all I hear about.
This could be a great Christmas gift for you.
Okay.
They announced, or he announced actually, a new book to celebrate their 40th anniversary. And the book is called Bon Jovi Forever. Okay? Signed,
no.
numbered, limited edition book, and a box set that includes an exclusive 7-inch vinyl record. You can give that to Kirby. She likes vinyl. So you cover off two gifts.
Two gifts
And
with
it's
one?
archived material, handwritten lyrics, clothing worn on and off a stage. Like, they're doing the whole 9 yards. And I'm going to give you the link to check it out for Stacy.
As a Bon Jovi fan, that would be an amazing gift. I just don't think that Phil, knowing Phil, would be very excited to jump into bed with a woman who's reading
Yeah. Like, how's that going to be?
Bon Jovi Forever.
I'm going to tell you something. Any woman that ever read 50 Shades of Bop, 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 Bop was a complete different woman.
50 Shades of
When
Grey?
Yes. So this Bon Jovi book will do the same for you.
I don't know. Because it's a bit of a rivalry between me and Bon Jovi because, as you know, he's on her list, like tops. And
I know.
I don't need that. I like it sitting on my coffee table all hours of the day.
I think
Bon
it'll be on the
Jovi forever.
nightstand, to be honest, not on the coffee table.
You roll over, there he is.
His face sitting there looking at me with all that hairspray and
Well,
good
it's on her
looks.
side. And do you care where the excitement comes from?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
This
Wow.
guy,
I'm surprised.
thorn in my side.
I'd be a little bit more worried if she's like, can we turn the lights off tonight? And
Sing to me.
So I can
Sing to me, Phil. Sing to me.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Just expanding on the what Joe should give out for Halloween topic to one up his neighbor who gives out stuffed animals. Welcome to PJK Extra. Of course, we're debating or just trying to figure out the best way to give out personal sized pizzas. But like, should you expand it? Maybe a roast beef sandwich. Like I could come over, make a few roast beefs, and like as if I'm on a buffet line and start like I can have a buffet or a roast beef station on your lawn. Will you, Joe, hand out the like? I mean, can you imagine your neighbor with the stuffed animals looking down the street and seeing? Yeah, I got the roast beef on the lawn. You're handing out the personal-sized pizzas.
Could you do a
tailgate.
veggie platter?
you know, I could hand out some celery sticks and some carrots.
What about a Caesar salad station?
Hey, that lineup will be
Celery
huge.
sticks. Kirby, why won't anybody get in my line?
If you're bringing out celery sticks, there better be a Caesar attached to the end of that for my neighbors.
Okay, let me rethink the vegetarian
Caesar
options.
bar.
Like a Caesar bar.
Yeah.
I've got enough room on my lawn. I'm on a corner lot too, and I'll tell you, that's going to be one. You got to know the neighbors. Hey, you got a roast beef. You got a carving station on one end.
Yep.
Pizza by actually somebody on the Boston Pizza text line. Great idea, James. Thank you very much today. Maybe individual, meatballs. And I can get those done.
The meatballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I can get those made, and then you got to put them in little packages, though. One meatball at a time. But I don't know how that's going to sit in some kid's little bag there.
Well, we need a food and beverage license for this.
Yeah, I think you do food handler course, too.
We don't want to get shut down by the health department.
Food handler course.
Phil, we could get one of those trailers that you can rent out. Like I've seen them at golf.
Like a food truck?
Well, no, like the big barbecue trailers that you can get for golf tournaments, and then they'll do beef on a bun kind of thing.
Yeah, we'll need a tent.
This not to say that Phil has his own candy to hand out in Transcona. Like I'm living in Charleswood.
Well, my wife can handle that.
Yeah, Stacy's got it covered.
So you're
we're
off
all in on your Halloween extravaganza.
If we're gonna do this properly, and I gotta be there. I want to be a part of this.
Okay.
We got to get a DJ. Call your cousin Ralph.
Ralphie with the DJs, the music equipment.
The
Dance
tunes.
floor.
I had music playing in the garage. I had the sound bar out last year.
You did the
on
mash.
my own, but you're right.
You did
Maybe
the monster mash.
maybe bringing out the cousin with the equipment.
And
now he's going to have to rent lights. He's going to charge me for light rentals.
Well, we'll need lights and an area for dancing.
Oh, the driveway.
The driveway.
I'm going to
might have
set
to
you
shut
up
down
on
a
one
piece of the
side,
block.
Caesar bar on the other, and I'll be right there in the front with the
So
pizza.
you just the visual. Somebody's got a piece of pizza in one hand, a roast beef sandwich in the other, just dancing away in the
That
driveway.
might be it. Might have to be pizza by the slice. That might be better than giving everybody a personal size. Now you got another food station.
Okay, and then you got to get a little boxes so the kids can put them in their trick or treat
No, you eat
bag.
it while you're there.
What about a photo booth? We need a photo booth of some sort to, create memories of this occasion.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we can create our own because if you book a photo booth, they bring all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
Well, people are wearing costumes already.
Yeah.
So we don't need to rent one. We'll just hire somebody with a good camera.
How easy is it for you, Joe, to move your hot tub into the driveway? Because
Well, it's not the matter of moving it. That's the heavy part. But getting it rewired might be an issue.
You know
we
what?
spare no expense.
Well, it might change the neighbors grabbing my Bluetooth, like that's been going on lately too.
I picture like a bit of a walk through haunted house all the way through the back to the hot tub.
Through his house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Might as well invite everybody in while
No,
you're there.
no. If I'm doing all this cooking, how am I going to have time to clean the house now to have guests? Oh, are you kidding? My dog won't let anybody in the house. That's why I stand outside.
Make sure you come by Joe's house Halloween. It is going to be the party of the century.
Well, you're going to be disappointed if this party doesn't happen.
That's PJK Extra.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Would you rather Wednesday? Would you rather Wednesday?
Okie dokie. Here we go.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie, Smokey. 762-555 on the text line if you'd like to play along. And we really encourage that because that makes it even more fun. Kirby, start
Yes.
your direction. We always start with you. Would you rather discover that your friends think you're untrustworthy or discover that your boss thinks you are totally incompetent? So somehow, some way you discover this. Maybe you overhear one of your friends. Maybe you intercept a text message. You can't trust Kirby. Or you overhear a conversation where your boss is talking about how incompetent you are. Which one of those would you rather?
I don't think I could handle my friend group thinking that they can't trust me.
Can't trust her. What a thing. What a thing to be known for.
Right?
No
like
kidding.
loose lips Kirby over there. Don't tell her anything.
Yep.
No, my friend group matters, and you can keep joking over there.
No.
I want to be trustworthy,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure my boss already thinks I'm incompetent.
Okay, so you're going with incompetence.
Yeah.
Jojo?
Yeah. I have to believe my friends. I'd want them to believe I was trustworthy, and at some point, yeah.
What a word, though, incompetent.
Yes. No one wants to hear that, especially
No.
during their job review. It's like, but yes. I
Okay.
think the trust with your friends would be more important.
Your friends matter, I think.
That's
yeah.
right. They sure do. Would you rather always have to shower in your driveway with a garden hose and a bar of soap or always have to shower at a low-end truck stop the rest of your life? So you either every day before work you're going to some truck stop to shower, Kirby,
Right.
or you're in the driveway with a garden hose.
Oh, wow. So it's a low-end truck stop because
Yeah.
I've been in some of
Some are
those
nice.
truck stops that, like, honestly, they're nicer than some people's bathrooms.
No, it's low end. Like you got to wear the flip-flops. You don't want to put your bare feet on that
No.
shower
You don't want to
floor.
make contact
Yeah.
with the curtain.
Don't touch
I
it.
understand.
Oh, yeah. Don't touch anything. in that shower.
Okay. Why not have a spray down in the parking lot of my apartment?
You would be parking lot
Right?
because you don't have a driveway.
What a spectacle for the neighborhood. Kirby's out showering again.
No kidding.
So I would take the spray down in the parking lot.
Joseph?
No way. No, because the neighbors would see that, and most of the summer, that hose is only going to be warm for 2 months out of the year.
Oh, that's
the rest
cold,
of
yeah.
the time, you're going to have shrinkage like nobody's business because it's cold water coming out of the hose. I'm going to the low-end truck stop because you can have a winter shower in a low-end truck stop, and you should be wearing those shower shoes no matter what kind of shower with the public.
Good point. Imagine Joe in the driveway. Joe's showering again with the hose.
Yeah.
Joe at
Is
the
he
truck
washing his
stop.
car out there? No.
At least you could grab some, pepperoni sticks on your way out of the truck stop.
That's true. They have good food usually. at
Yeah,
truck
a lot
stops.
of times. You couldn't even use your pressure washer out on the garage. What's he doing? His car? Nope, shower. Ow!
Oh, that hurts, the pressure
Yes.
washer, when you hit yourself with it. Would you rather be a guest on Running Wild with Bear Grylls or Naked and Afraid? So you're on a reality show here. Would you rather be on Running Wild with Bear Grylls, that was a show, or Naked and Afraid? That's where they drop you into a forest or a jungle naked with another contestant. You got to survive. Kirby?
Oh, man. Well, I've seen clips of Bear Grylls and, like, the things that he eats.
Well, he ate elephant dung once.
Yeah.
So with a straw, I think it was. He sucked it up. So you're going to have to think about that stuff.
I just think I'd be better off naked and afraid. Like, because I'm already going to be naked and afraid probably with Bear Grylls. I don't know if I'm naked, but I'll definitely be afraid.
Kirby darting through the forest naked.
Wow.
I would make some sort of, like,
With leaves.
leaf situation,
Yeah.
like
You're
Adam
covered.
and Eve. Like,
Yeah.
I'd have the parts covered.
I have to believe I'd be safer with Bear Grylls because he knows what he's doing, if those are my options. Naked and Afraid, I've lived that life at home, never mind in the wild. You know what I'm saying? All those insecurities happen throughout your, whatever age you started being naked and then afraid. It's like, wow, okay. She's seeing this for the first time. I don't need the wild. No, I'm going with Bear Grylls because he's experienced. And, you don't have to eat what he eats.
No,
You just
right.
don't eat.
Joe's got experience with being naked and,
And
afraid.
afraid.
I love it.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
In case you missed the Bone Phone the past couple of days, maybe even 3-4 days, we run it at 6:20, 8:20 every morning. Love the Bone Phone. There's been a growing movement to get a golf game going between one of our regulars and Shalinda Kirby. And we're not quite sure how our good buddy Gulity decided that Kirby wanted to golf with him, but he has. And he's like, it's in full motion now. Now we've got other regulars calling up like Big Ann, Sir Rodney, saying, hey, they want in on this golf game as well.
Yeah, and it takes a foursome. You don't want to walk onto a golf course when it's busy and there's only 2 or 3 of you because they usually put another person with you.
Well, guess who we have on the phone right now to sort of straighten out, maybe work out some details.
Morning, guys.
There he is, Gulity.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Right on. Looking forward. I just actually looking forward to that gala thing. That's going to be happening.
Gulity, I'm going to tell you something. I look forward to seeing you and the Tricorp people at the gala. I appreciate the support. You know that. You and I go back a long way. I'm more concerned. I'm more concerned about squeezing.
About the golf.
I'm more concerned about squeezing the golf in. Weather, I'm looking ahead here. The forecast is going to be good next week, but Kirby's going to not be available next week. So it's going to have to be a week later, and I don't know what the temperatures are going to be like, but
I think we're toast.
You might be toast for this year, but let's...
Don't tell her that.
Well, no, because she said...
Let's do the virtual thing. I'll rent one of those places, the T-Box, right? A couple of the booths.
She suggested it.
So fast. Yeah, that was a great idea, Curbster.
Okay.
Well, it's because I want to dress for the indoors, you know?
Okay, yeah, that's at the top of the list for us.
Okay, Gulity, hold on a sec. Take a breath. Here's the deal. On top of being inside and how to dress, Kirby was asking about the Tricor Christmas party.
Yeah.
I know.
I would like an invite.
Yesterday, I got that down the pipeline from one of my guys in the fleet garage. He's like,
can she
come? You're not taking your wife, he says? I'm like, yeah. I go, but we're getting the Curbster coming.
Listen, like if I have to be somebody's date, I'll be somebody's date, but I just want to make an appearance at that Christmas party, okay?
Come and see the video of the whole rundown of the year's events and what we did, that sort of thing. You could MC it, maybe.
Oh, MCing now. Okay. Where's it at? Where's this Christmas party at?
Probably the Gates.
Oh, nice place.
The Gates.
How many
I'll
people?
have to show up on time this time if I got to MC.
We cut 145 paychecks.
Wow, that's a big Christmas party. Now, let me explain this to you because I emceed the Rogers Christmas party last year, but Kirby was...
who loves team activities, by the way.
Who loves team activities, was to do the intro. So... the rest of us just waited on dinner till the intro was done because Kirby showed up late.
Wow.
She's working on that.
So, Gulity, you might have to fill.
I'm working on being late.
She's working on being more on time. That was a big declaration.
Yeah.
Okay, bottom line. Okay, bottom line, Gulity. We gotta go here, but let's keep this in the hopper. We got Big Ann who wants to come now. Sir Rodney, like it's growing. Okay?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Love it. Let's pump it up.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
The Boston Pizza text line never fails to deliver. Joe mentioned a song about a meatball falling off a plate or something along those lines during the a completely useless question, and Kirby and I were, what kind of song is that, Joe? Yucking it up. And in fact, and I don't know if this is the actual song or one made for children, but...
Okay.
On top of spaghetti.
Sing it, Joe.
All covered with cheese.
Yeah.
I lost my poor meatball.
Phil?
When somebody sneezed.
I remember this song.
It rolled off the table.
Where did it roll?
And onto
The floor.
The
There you go,
meatball
Kurt.
in this video has eyes. It's trippy.
Ball. It rolled out the door.
Rolled out of the door.
That's enough.
And all together now.
No. Joe was going to sing. That went out the door fast, eh?
Right out the door.
Get her a stage.
I will say
I
this.
can't help that I like to sing.
On Top of Old Smoky was the other song version, right? Before they made this song.
Turned it into a children's
I knew.
song.
Listen, as a growing up in a house, if a meatball rolled on the floor, you could. There was more than a 5-second rule. It was a meatball. It was rolled in sauce. By the time the sauce rolled off,
There's a 30-minute rule to meatball.
30-minute rule. I would agree with that.
I don't know. Wouldn't it just attract everything on the ground? Like it would just pick up like all the dust and particles.
You would never notice. It could have been parm cheese there on the sauce.
We don't have pets, so it's like
Yeah, you'd be okay.
We'd be okay if that meatball falls on the floor.
No, mine's
Yeah.
got. I couldn't do it.
Joe and I love meatballs, and we're not like a lot of people love meatballs, but any song about a meatball, like I can't believe I don't
can't
have
believe you
this.
didn't have that in your playlist.
I prefer, give me the mushroom sauce meatballs though. If it's gonna
I
be
can handle the meatballs.
I like sweet and sour.
Yeah,
good too.
that's another good one too. But I mean, hey, I'm old school. It's got to come with tomato sauce or some kind of sauce, right? But sauce, tomato, the gravy. That's the real gravy for me.
So you're a tomato sauce
Sure.
meatball. That's your preference.
100%.
Oh, I love
Do
a big.
you go ahead?
No, I'm
You like the big meatballs or do you
I
like
was
the
gonna
little
ask.
minis?
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
Two
All
different
sizes.
tastes.
All sizes. The little ones you like. What I like about the smaller meatballs is you take a big ladle full of them and put them on top of like the rice or the potatoes or whatever else is on your plate.
Have you noticed if you do end up in a buffet line though, and that's where the snag hits? It's not at the vegetable tray, right? It happens at the meatball tray because you go with the one scoop and you go, how much real gravy did I get in there? How many meatballs? And you go back again, like right on top.
Yeah.
And you go, the plate's heaving. It's meatballs.
Before I became a vegetarian, and maybe you would approve of this, Joe, maybe not. I used to make meatballs where I would take, like string cheese. I would cut little pieces of the string cheese up and roll the meatball in it so that when you would bake the meatball, it would have a ooey
crusty-
gooey cheese in the middle.
I'm not going to complain about that.
No.
No.
Yeah, it's good.
Somebody on
That's
the
very good.
Boston Pizza text line. I have mushroom sauce meatballs and noodles for lunch today. That is my last request meal if I am to be executed.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what Darren does for a living, but if it's white collar crime, why not ask for some? I hope you're not wearing a white shirt to work, Darren, by the way. You bring in or a mushroom sauce meatball, you could wear that.
You mentioned meatballs at a buffet line. Have you ever noticed too that the line will back up there? Like
That's what I said. It gets clogged there.
Okay, that's what you
That's
meant.
the
Okay,
traffic
yeah.
report. That's where things get. And at the carvery station.
Yes.
Where the guy's cutting your roast
Yeah,
beef.
'cause
That's
there's-
why they put it at the end.
There's always the guy, too, in front of me, it seems, that goes, one more piece.
Or thicker. Can I get a thicker
A little
one?
thicker piece. But it's the meatball. It's the meat line, Kirby. Nobody's getting stuck in the veggie line. I'm telling you.
Trust me, it's very funny in a buffet for me because I get to a certain point where I'm like, I look ahead. Oh no, that's
You're
the
good.
rest is meat. I'm gonna ditch out here.
And look at Darren, wore a gray shirt to work. That's a very smart man.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Do you, Joe, have the oven space to make fresh pizzas and hand them out on Halloween? Large pizzas.
I do not. I think I need to buy, is it an Oni? There's the portable ones that you can buy for your backyard. A lot of people over the last, I guess, 3-4 years, those homemade
Great
pizza
idea.
ovens have been like going like crazy. But
You have to tell the kids when you put them in the bag, guys, you have to put this in your Halloween trick-or-treat bag face up so the cheese doesn't, there's going to have to be instructions when you're putting the pizza box into their Halloween bag.
you're way off when you suggested the extra large. There's no way that's happening. Kirby came up with a better idea, personal sized, because then you can make those in the Uni. Uni, I think it is, OONI.
Uni. I've never
Uni.
heard of this thing.
Can you Google it for me right
Yeah,
now? Uni.
well, I'm
I believe
scared.
it's OONI.
Very
Check on
close.
cost, too.
It's
'cause
very
he's-
close to something else I know.
He's going to need
That's
one.
called Yoni.
What's the Yoni?
Yoni.
It's an adult toy.
Oh, okay, good.
Uni. Okay.
Well, I'm not
Uni.
handing those out at Halloween. Thank you very much.
It's for your mom.
That old line.
Okay, Uni. Yes.
personal
Uni pizza oven.
Pizzas.
Yes.
You'll do
Yes.
pepperoni, meat lovers, vegetarian,
Wow,
Hawaiian.
I'm telling you right now, I'm just taking staff meeting surveys, and what's the last pizza to ever go? It's that vegetarian one. And I know because you and I, who love pizza at meetings, will sometimes look and you'll go, oh, good. Okay, so Kirby and Howard each had a slice of the vegetarian, but there's still half a pizza here.
but we'll still finish it.
And then we're going to go and go, hey, this isn't too bad. Never a chance of buying one. But it's always an option B.
You know, when it comes to trick-or-treating, though, like, nobody wanted that candy corn and nobody wanted Tootsie Rolls, but they still got them.
Oh, they'll take it.
Yeah.
If he's handing out the personal
That's what I
pizzas,
mean.
yeah.
Like, people are going to take it.
Here's the other problem nowadays. Everybody's allergic to everything. Now I got to have gluten-free crusts
You'll have
too
to have
available.
yeah.
And vegan.
So
You got to have a vegan crust.
Christy's going to be on the uni making the pizzas.
You know what I do? You know this.
In an
I
apron.
stand out on my driveway, open the garage door, and then I usually have a few rums going while I'm standing outside to keep warm.
Christy, we need
And a
more
game
meat
on.
lovers. Let's go.
She's going to love that because she doesn't look after me enough already. Now I'm asking her to make pizzas. Personal size, as Kirby said, was the way to go. But I got to tell you, there's a little competition down my street now. This wonderful couple, Dan and Trudy, on the corner. They give out stuffed animals. So the kids run through the yards going, oh, we got to get to the house with the stuffies. They got to go there first. And I get it because they're limited amounts.
All the more reason to one-up them with your personal
That's what I'm thinking.
personal pizzas. And there's going to be like 25 people on your lawn waiting for their za. And
You're going to
be
have to take, like, numbers. Yeah.
62.
Numbers. You know what? It's going to be, like I'm a deli. I'll tell you right now, there's no pizza at my house in Charleswood unless I get Boston Pizza involved with the personal size. Then they just come and do it on the driveway.
no.
'cause
You might just be better off handing out coupons for that pizza.
That's true.
For more Philly, Joe, and Kirby, log it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.